G'day guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be looking at this 2014 SZ Diesel Territory. I'm going to run you through it to see if it's a good choice for you and see if you guys like it. Alright guys, we're going to jump straight into it for us here. So this is a 2014 SZ Territory. The SZ series of the Territory came out in 2011 and was the first of the lot to option it with two engine options. Not just the Barra, this has got the 2.7 litre turbo diesel Lion engine from Jaguar and Land Rover. Pretty good power figures, not going to pull a house down or anything like that. It's got 140 kilowatts or 187 horsepower and 440 newton meters of torque, 324 foot-pounds. Not a crazy horsepower producing car, but it's pretty good for what it is, this little thing. Pretty good option compared to the Barra if you're not looking for something as thirsty, but definitely down on the kilowatt. So like I said, 140 kilowatt from this thing, and the Barra at the time producing about 195 kilowatt. But pretty good if you need a tow, and you could option this thing out to be a good tow rig. So diesel, you could get it in rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. This one's rear-wheel drive, a bit better on fuel economy. So towing on this is 750 kilograms unbrake towing, or 2,300 brake towing for the rear-wheel drive variant. But if you want to tow a bit more, you get the all-wheel drive, and then you get 2,700 kilograms, which is pretty good in my opinion. Not too shabby for this little thing. So a bit story behind the Territory. It came out in 2002. Originally just with the BA series Barra in it, 180 something kilowatts, I'll put it on the screen, and was a pretty thirsty vehicle, something like 14 to 15 litres per 100 Ks. Later on, they came out with turbo Barra variants, but the Barra was the mainstay, and then 2011 Ford decided to chuck in the turbo diesel to give people a bit more option, a bit more variant. And obviously didn't want to spend the money developing their own, so Ford at the time owned Land Rover and Jaguar, so they yoinked the engine out of them and chucked it in this. Pretty good engine in my opinion, 10.1 litres per 100 Ks, which isn't horrible, but pretty good, pretty stout. I will say, driving this thing, there is a downfall, considering this is a turbo car. When you're stopped and in traffic and all that stuff, there is a considerable amount of turbo lag taking off. It bogs the car down pretty bad when you need it, and especially if you've got like a learner driver or something in the car, something that they got to look out for as well. You don't have that instant throttle response that you really would want. But I'll show you the engine here. So Land Rover Jaguar engine, when they chucked it in the Ford here in the Territory, called it the Duro Torque, and like I said, this one is rear-wheel drive, and yeah, pretty good. The transmission of the SZ Territory, you've got a couple options, and it really depends if you get a petrol or a diesel. So for the diesel, they use a ZF6 base American 6R80 6-speed. Pretty good transmission. You get nice smooth shifting when you need it, kicks down when you need it, getting onto the highway, that type of stuff. But like I said, when you're driving, you do notice a lot of lack of throttle response and that little bit of lagginess. Pretty good transmission, nothing to complain about. Towing, I have heard that they can get hot, that type of stuff, but if you keep on maintenance, that type of stuff, you should be alright. We've had no issues with it in 12 years. Now, after talking about the drivetrain, I'm going to walk you around the car and we'll have a look. We're taking a walk around the car now, so give you guys a good look at it. In my opinion, this is the best looking series of the Territory. I like the executive look, reminds me of like a G6E Falcon. This is actually a TS model, so this is middle of the range, and I'll show you some of the features that gives you. And this has got option fog lights, got like a chrome finish grille here. Don't mind the front end. This has actually had in the past 12 years a couple of like car park incidences, but I'll show you around. But I do like the look of these cars. Real executive looking, pretty classy in my opinion. This has got factory tint on all the windows, and the windows do wrap around the entire car really well, especially with the boot, and I'll show you a few features of that shortly. But coming around, one thing you can tell from the SZ Territories from the earlier models is actually the tail light orientation. If you see this one, this is kind of bit more rectangle and it swoops horizontally. The older ones, they're rectangle as well, but they're more of an upwards tail light. TS, like I said, and this being the diesel, it's got the TDCI badge on the back there. Alright, so I'll show you guys the inside. So Ford's never been that good at interiors in my opinion, but this is just a nice spot to be. Pretty basic, nothing special, all in there. TS model, so you got option with a cloth inside and leather inserts on all the seats, and then the same cloth pattern on the inside of the door card here in here. So obviously being Ford, everything's wrapped in like a cheap plastic. It doesn't look very nice, doesn't feel very nice, that type of stuff, and it scuffs. It's a bastard to clean up, but it is nice where you sit your arm. It is like a soft touch, plasticky leather feeling type deal, same as on the center console, which turns out doesn't fare up too good with puppy teeth, as you can see the little dot points here. So we'll have a sit. I'll show you guys it all. One thing I still love about this like type of year in cars is that you got good tech with it. So this car actually features a rear view camera and parking sensors on the rear of it, so it lets you know when you're getting close to stuff. But also you see everything's got buttons still. You can navigate in the ICC of things like that, but it's got all your things you want in button form along the front here, which I absolutely love still. As well as on the steering wheel, just a normal plastic wrapped perforated steering wheel. It doesn't feel terrible. I do like the grip shapes and all that stuff on this wheel. It's really nice to hold and drive with for a long time. You got all your mounted buttons here, so you got all your cruise control set here, and all of your media sets here, so your seek, your volumes, phone calls, that type of stuff. And then you got your tacho here. So as you can see, engine revs are up to 6, but unless you're in sport shift, cuts out about 3.5-ish. And then you got your speed there up to 220. And then in the middle there, you've got your little screen we'll show you shortly. And you got your temp there, fuel there, pretty good. Here's that 6-speed shifter I was mentioning earlier. So the 6R80. Normal park, reverse, neutral, drive, and then you whack it over to the side for your sport shifts up and down like a sequential, especially if you like pulling something up a hill and you want to stay in a certain gear. Cup holders. Also, one thing I want to mention about this car's got 8 cup holders, which is fantastic. So 2 on the front here, and then 1 in that door with plenty of storage. Same as the rear doors, they've got a cup holder, and this is actually a 7-seater wagon, compact SUV. Really, it's a 7-seater SUV, so they've got cup holders all the way in the back too, that we'll show you soon. One big flaw of this series this year and all that stuff of the SZ Territory is unfortunately the ICC screen, and this is one of those ones that have suffered a loss. This no longer works, it just stays black, can't control anything in the ICC. So I have to pay a fair bit of money for a replacement screen for one of these. But all the main stuff, radio, aircon, all that, obviously all in button form, that works fantastic. But we've lost a Bluetooth function, aux function, using your phone, that type of stuff, which isn't the worst in my opinion. Looking at the top here, you got your dome lights and then a cubby for your sunnies right there. Really good. Pretty standard. Sun visors. You got a little makeup light there, and then as you can see, your vanity mirror, which is really good. And you can pop these off like most mirrors and block the sun, but it does a pretty good job. So it's nothing fancy, but it is a nice spot to be in. And I will say, even compared to like the Commodores and, you know, like the Captiva or the Equinox, these have got the comfiest seats in my opinion. And then you get plenty of room in the cockpit too. So now the Territory does include seat controls here. So if you look on the side, you've got this bar here. So this controls the lean, and you can change the height of the seat. So if you're a shorter person, taller person, you can adjust it all. Unfortunately, it doesn't do it electronically back and forth. You just have to pull, you just got to pull this bar here, and then it will go back and forth like that. And then to change the lumbar support to tilt it back and forth like that, you have a little, you've got these dials here that you've got to twist manually, which is unfortunate, but having that electric, that's all right, I guess. Right, sitting in here, plenty of room. I'm a pretty tall fella, so this seat is all the way back, all the way sat down. So I'm about 6'5", 6'6", and there's so much room in here. It's super comfy for anyone as big as me, if not bigger. So it's just a great place to sit. Super comfy, like I said, and it's got a really good ride to it as well. But I will say, if you have the seat all the way back like I do, it does make it pretty snug in the back there, so just watch out for that if anyone's bringing it all the way back for that much room. Sitting in the back here, obviously not as much room in the front, but I've still got plenty of headspace, plenty of room if someone shorter is driving me around, but a really good spot to be as well. Pretty good accessories I'll show you around in here. Sitting in the back, like I said, you got more controls up here. So you got the dome light for everyone, and then you've got 2 reading lights for the back passengers back here. Down here you have your 12-volt outlet. You got aircon, so pretty good. If you're hot, you can still chuck the aircon here, and then you've got a little storage cubby as well in there. On the door cards, you've got storage in this cubby, and you've got another cup holder for yourself here, and that's for both sides. Or if no one's sitting in the middle, you can pull this down and you've got 2 more cup holders there. So actually this has got 10 cup holders, my mistake. So you can put that center down for an armrest or to hold your drinks. Now obviously just middle seat wrapped in leather, and leather bolstering on the sides here with the cloth inside that follows all around the interior, and same as with the cloth door cards. But other than that, it's like all plasticky, pretty standard Ford stuff, harder wearing, and then you've got grab handles here. Seats as well, if you need, they have these pockets on both sides for even more storage. At the rear of the car now, we have the boot and the door. So this is a really good system that I actually really like. So you can either pop up the actual door like that, get access to the giant boot in the back. I do watch your head if you're a taller person like me. It absolutely kills. Can't tell you how many times I've hit my head on this, but it's really good. But if you just want to chuck something in and out real quick, something small like that kind of stuff, you don't have to open the whole boot. You shut this and you have another spot here that says glass. You press that button under here and that will pop up the rear half of the door, so you can just get things in and out nice and quickly, which is really nice. Alright, with the boot open, you can see the size of the boot here. It's quite large, but also, like I said, this is a 7-seater car, so you can actually choose if you want your boot. So here, these actually got fold down, up and down back seats here for these ones as well. So you can get a really large area back here. You can fit a lot of stuff in here, being a wagon. Pretty simple process to flip it up, and I'll show you that now. All right, first step to get those seats up is on the side of the bench seats here, is that you want to pull this tab and you're going to bring that seat and fold it down. So we'll do that now. So bring those down like that where it comes forward, and you want to go to the other side and do the same. On the other side, do the same. Just like that. Just like that. And you can see those seats peeking out there. Right, now onto the back. Now when you put those seats down, you come to the back and you got a piece of carpet that flips up here, and then you can see that there. So what you want to do is you want to lift those front seats up, and then these can come forward. Those seats up from there. Right, and then you grab those two red tabs on the side of the seat there, and you want to shunt it forward, just like that. And then it clicks, and then you chuck your seat back down, and then there's your third row. And here's that third row from the inside. So a really basic seat setup for those extra passengers, and I really wouldn't want to put anyone in here, like adults. Kids fit just fine. So I'm going to these seats back, and you can see the dimensions there, and then you can see it from the boot here. So it's not much space at all. But you do get a cup holder and some storage cubbies there. But I really wouldn't put an adult back here for a long trip. Kids can fit just fine. But yeah, so that's that extra row put up. And then, so with that third row up, it decreases the size of the boot. So we'll shut it and you can have a look. With the rear up, shrinks the boot size fairly considerably. You can fit quite a lot in here still, but does shrink it up quite a lot. Through some features of the Taco as well. So here's the screen popped up with the accessories on. You've got your select arrows here, and then you press select button or OK button there, and then you have your odometer and your menu there. So scrolling through the pages here, you've got your range. I've got my range up there at the moment, so that's how many kilometers to empty I have there. But as you scroll up, you can turn your overspeed on and off, audio settings. You can set time, average speed, your instant economy while you're driving, your average economy, like I said, about 10.1 litres per 100 k's I'm clocking in at the moment. Fuel use for your trip, and then I like to have the range and then your speeds there as well. As well as you can put your trips with the odometer button, so that's my overall. So this is still a pretty young engine, only 79,407 k's. Still feels tight, still feels nice and healthy, and I do the regular servicing. It's recommended. I'm pretty sure it's a bigger gap, but I do it every 10,000 kilometers, and then every service change the fuel filter as well. So the things that are gone wrong in this car with me and my family so far is that it likes to blow globes. I think that's a pretty regular Ford thing, especially tail lights. But fortunately for the SZ Territory, a super easy thing to change is globes. As well as the main one that is really, really annoying, in my opinion, is the ICC center. That screen, this one's a touch screen, that blew out years and years ago, and it's still really expensive to replace and fix, or even get a second-hand unit. It's really expensive. And then another thing that's gone wrong in 12 years is the low pressure fuel pump in the fuel tank. That went about, I'd say, 2 months ago for us, and it's pretty expensive to fix. We spent about $1,000, $1,100 to fix that, because you got to drop the fuel tank. You can't just access it from the cabin. Another thing to note with SZ Territories and other territories especially is the bushes under the car. Especially if you're towing or driving lots of distance. Considering this is based on, the SZ anyway, is based on the FG chassis, and the earlier models, the Falcons chassis counterpart. Same with the Falcons, same with the Territory. The bushes do go out, and more quickly if you're towing a lot and that type of stuff, so watch out for that. Suspension's pretty much solved. No issues, especially with the SZ Territory, but those first gen Territories I would look out for, and maybe even stay away from, especially the transmissions. They're pretty sloppy. Overall, I think this is a really good car. I think it's a great family car. I think it's a really good option if you're if you have like a pretty decent sized family, say 4 or 5 of you. This is a perfect car for that. But yeah, overall pretty reliable. Just a solid unit if you look after them. Like with any car, you got to look after them. The longer you look after them, they stay good. But now I'm going to go on a little drive and starting up the car here. So I don't know if this was with every diesel, but this car, if you turn the ignition on, all the lights come up, but you have that little spiral that you just seen there come up. That's the glow plugs heating up. So make sure those are fully warmed and all the lights are turned off before you start the car. Nice and easy, just like that. Here we go. So chuck the handbrake off, into drive, car kicks in, and you have your little gear select there as well, which is really nice. And the digital speedo. So off we go. So one thing you'll probably hear in this too is the creaky seat. Just over time that creak's developed. I'm sure I could fix it, tighten it up and that stuff, but I can't be bothered. So driving along. So what are my thoughts? So this is a really comfy car to drive. You don't feel massive on the road, but you feel sizable, and it gives a really comfy ride while you're driving. You could spend hours and hours and hours in this car and have no worries whatsoever. I'm in Geelong. If you can recognise this spot, let me know where you think it is. But this is not the smoothest road I'm on at the moment. This is pretty bumpy, but it's pretty comfortable overall. So going through. So coming up to the end here. One thing that surprised me with the SZ Territory and the Territory in general is that even though it is a larger car, it's a compact SUV, it's quite nimble in a car park. It feels really good. Turning radius is pretty good, as you can see. Just whip it around, no problems. You can park it quite easily, especially with those sensors, that type of stuff. But I'm going to show you here, and I'll show you that throttle response. You'll hear me stomp it, and then you'll watch how it takes forever. So good speed on it. Just a quick throttle whack. I'm not going to go overboard. Right, so we're cruising along at 60, and I'll give you an example of that turbo lag. So here we go. I'm going to stomp it, and then it starts moving. So it's quite noticeable. Not terrible once you get going, but those turbos do take a minute to spool up. And like I said, 140 kilowatts, you know, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but for a family car, cruiser car, it's really nice. Come around here. Now, with these cars, especially the larger cars, they are boat-like, so handling's not amazing. There is a lot of body roll, but just if you're around town doing grocery getting, that type of stuff, absolutely fantastic. Another thing I'd like to add as well, steering wise, there is a bit of nice weight to this car. Brakes are pretty good. Will stop you up if you need to in an emergency, but they're not race brakes. But steering's really nice, good weight to it, and as you drive it, the way you point is the way the car will go. It's not too vague steering. It's pretty nice directional steering. So yeah, overall I think these are really good cars, guys. Just got to watch out for those few things, you know, look out for the ICC, bushes, that type of stuff. But if someone's look after them, I think they're such a great unit. The diesel ones, they're good, like this one, really good, as long as they've been looked after. The Barra variant Territory, obviously the Barra is known to be reliable, so they're a pretty solid choice as well, especially if you want a bit more grunt, a bit more go. But yeah, really great choice. Overall, in my mind, I'd probably give these cars probably a 7.5 out of 10. They do have their flaws. Low K ones like this one hold their price pretty good. But yeah, just a really good solid choice if you guys have a growing family or want a car to cruise around in and travel pretty much. So you can get a lot of space in the back. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you liked it, hit the like, subscribe if you want to see more car reviews. So sorry for the quality of this one. I will improve, I promise. Just getting new to the camera and how to talk. But yeah, thanks very much guys, and I'll see you in the next one.